Mario Kart Tour is officially shutting down on September 30th on the anniversary tour. Let me explain why it's shutting down. So in case you all weren't noticing that the Nintendo in Mario Kart Tour, that if you guys noticed the message from a few days ago, if you know that message, click on it, and then from the Mario Kart Tour team that says service of the Mario Kart Tour game for smart devices or iPads will come to an end at Wednesday 11 p.m. But in case you didn't notice why, well, before we get into the issue, considering subscribing to stay up to date of all the latest gaming news. So if you guys were noticing about the issues of Mario Kart Tour, why is it shutting down? It's because when Nintendo has been having some problem issues, where if you know that all the events, rubies, characters, with the cool outfits that you guys are earned, and especially when you get rewards, especially when you're doing the missions, it's pretty ashamed and disappointing that it has to be deleted. Thank you for playing Mario Kart Tour. But yeah, before we get into the situations, guys, make sure to also comment R.I.P. Mario Kart Tour, rest in peace, 2026. It is closing in the next 12 weeks. So apparently in the next 2 months, right after the final anniversary, the gold pass will no longer be there, and the shops will everything will unfortunately be closed permanently, which that's pretty sucks. It's like everybody who plays this game had over a million downloads since it released 7 years ago, because it's now been 7 years since it was out, and most of you guys were enjoying it. Comment if you were enjoying Mario Kart Tour down below. I'll heart your comments, I promise that. But either way, though, from the development teams, and it was confirmed that when it was shut down, because according to the if you notice that, then you will get to the information about also like the rubies, and also there's a twist. So the twist is that the rest of the entire 2 months there's gonna be a 10 pipe when you complete all the missions, which is pretty cool. Like all when the 10 pipe, which is the gold pipe, when you get all the missions and you can get a crap ton of rubies. And we if you guys noticed that 100 and the spotlight ticket booster points, they finally brought it back again from the pipe tour, which is pretty awesome. But unfortunately, in the next 2 months, the entire game will be shut down permanently, and you'll no longer see it. And unfortunately, then it wasn't confirmed to make an offline to still keep playing. Which, if Animal Crossing had that offline version, do you think Mario Kart Tour needs to have an offline version? Comment yes if you agree. But yeah, you're gonna get a lot of rubies every time for the next 2 weeks, so it's gonna be the a couple more tours for the next 2 months before the entire game will be shut down permanently. And all the cards, the spotlight gliders, or the high end drivers, like with bro, like their like costumes, all like whatever skins they have, which looks so awesome that you like to play and get the highest levels possible until you get the most good amount of the points. Comment what's your high score in rank when you get first place, second, or third. But in the next 2 months, which I know it's gonna shut down, but a lot of you guys were following it, which is really awesome. The year that Mario Kart Tour released was like 7 years ago in 2019, but unfortunately they're gonna have to shut down, and the Nintendo Switch, regular Nintendo Switch, might probably shut down, and they'll no longer sell it. But besides the Nintendo Switch 2, because they made it like a while ago, and now because it has new versions of it, and like the controllers are like similar but different, but it's all like black or whatever. But the Nintendo Switch was released like a couple years ago, once since the games come out, and brand new games are coming into Nintendo Switch too, which is pretty awesome. But unfortunately, Nintendo has to make some of these decisions that people never have to see until they be pretty surprised. I'm pretty surprised that Mario Kart Tour might actually come to an end soon. If you guys still play Mario Kart Tour, comment yes or no, especially, and also don't forget to give us a reason why that if you play Mario Kart Tour, or give us a reason why you don't actually play much. But since I played Mario Kart Tour for like the past years, whenever I decide to play it, many of you guys were interested in downloading it, and then a bunch of tours with reverses, tricks, and you can get a lot of high scores and be like the top number one in ranks, get a lot of rewards. if you get a lot of rewards, then comment what your rewards got, especially when you're posting. I but unfortunately I had to post this video because the reason why I had to post this video is this, that Mario Kart Tour is actually having an announcement calling in whenever the Mario Kart Tour had this type of announcement that you guys noticed a few days ago, and they're saying that all the events and everything and the entire game itself is gonna shut down, which that pretty sucks. But if you notice this, all that information where the battle pass and everything will no longer be in there, but instead the character drivers spotlights will be 150 down to 105, and then the gliders and cars will be 100 down to 70, which that's pretty good one. But unfortunately, since a lot of you guys were spending a good amount of money in keeping this thing alive, they unfortunately never gonna probably confirm the offline where you can still keep your account and everything. But unfortunately, the entire game is gonna get demolished completely, which you'll never see it again forever. Which I don't know if they're gonna also like make a brand new tour, make it like similar. But do you think that the Nintendo needs to make like a version similar to the Mario Kart Tour? I mean, we know that the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has the tourist races in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which we already know that. But I mean, the reverse and tricks is so fun, and they don't have much of the skins unless you make make like a link in description below in the Nintendo Switch of you can make it anything from the link by Google or whatever. But comment how do you do it though. Make sure to always comment. And since I haven't been posting along sometimes, I just make a couple just regular posts, but I don't post videos pretty often because YouTube has these issue and some bugs and a couple troubles that people don't even like about, which people were really frustrating about it. And also because Nintendo has like been not caring about Mario Kart, since Mario Kart was a really cool version, which I care about Mario Kart and I like playing Mario Kart, and like whatever Mario Kart I play, I decide to play it. But guys, what Mario Kart will you prefer? Comment your answers. What Mario Kart do you like playing the most? And I'll heart your comment. But if, unfortunately, since there was that one game that got shut down last year, which is called the Dr. Mario game. From that, it got shut down about like a year ago or something. Where if you guys were playing that from the past years before it got shut down, like from a year ago, comment what was your answers. But unfortunately, since none of the Nintendos were gonna probably not confirm, especially when they're making these issues that people were frustrating, that why should it be deleted for whatever reasons. But there was a couple reasons why, since we do have to move on, unfortunately, which will no longer will no longer play Mario Kart Tour ever again in the next 2 months until the final anniversary on September 30th, which that's still the next 2 months. But everybody comment RIP Mario Kart Tour 2026, where if you'll never see that game again. But if you play Mario Kart Tour, like and subscribe, and don't forget to follow. But also, guys, I also appreciate you guys subscribing to my YouTube channel. It's been so long since Mario Kart Tour released, and a lot of you guys were enjoying it, which I enjoyed too. But unfortunately, since the game has to like leave already, be banned completely, which the entire game itself is gonna get deleted. But yeah, it's pretty sad and disappointing, but it's pretty devastating. Comment if it was so devastating for you guys. But yeah, that was all for today. But there was a couple more issues about Nintendo's service, which the entire service will no longer be seen again. But thank you for playing Mario Kart Tour. Rest in peace, Mario Kart Tour. Rest in peace. But guys, make sure you still play Mario Kart Tour for the next 2 months, cause there's gonna be like the rest of the events for the rest of the 2 months until it's completely shut down. So make sure you don't miss out any of the amazing events when you play Mario Kart Tour before it gets shut down for good. But either way though guys, don't forget to also like and subscribe and share this video with a lot of comments, because I love looking at your comments. And please don't be like the haters, especially like my friends. Like people sometimes they care for us, like our friends care for each other, cause kindness is what really matters. But yeah, guys, I gotta go now. But comment RIP Mario Kart Tour. Unfortunately, it has to be gone forever. But we know that some of the races were similar, but except for the pipe tour, which is the pipe race, where like more characters, but without the skins that I never saw before, unless you make like some customs or whatever. But yeah, guys, I gotta go anyways. But RIP Mario Kart Tour 2026. Rest in peace. Comment if Mario Kart Tour was a cool game for you guys. And also, how long have you been playing it since it released? Comment how long was it since you played it before it released. Make sure you also comment the year, especially in the past. I just love reading comments so much, and I appreciate you guys liking and subscribing. By the way, though, guys, I gotta go. And peace. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment down below. But by the way, guys, comment RIP Mario Kart Tour. And peace. Rest in peace. I gotta go anyways, guys, so peace. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you posting real soon. Bye.